Hey everyone, welcome to Heavy Metal Guns and Outdoors. Today I'd like to talk to you a little bit about gun safety, handling of your firearms and such as that. I know all over the internet there's the rules of gun safety, and I'll be touching on some of them, plus a few other things. First things first, anytime you're going to present your firearm, get it out, look at it, whatever you're going to do, make sure it's not loaded. This is my everyday carry, so of course it is loaded. But now we know she is clear. So now we can go ahead with whatever we was going to do in that situation. And in all of this, if you did notice, I had that muzzle pointed this way. There's nobody over here, there's a wall. Now if there's been somebody to the left and the right of me, you know, I would have pointed this muzzle away. And that's the other thing. Always keep that muzzle pointed in a safe direction. Basically, don't point at anything that you don't want to be hit with a bullet. I mean, treat the gun as if it's always loaded and ready to go, and hopefully you won't have no mishaps that way. So like I say, don't come in, especially in a gun store or around all your friends or at the range or whatever, and hey guys, check this out. No, that crap ain't working. That's going to get you thrown out, or somebody's going to slap you upside the head and take your gun away from you. So, I mean, be responsible with what you have. This is not a toy. So, don't treat it like one, and give it the respect that it deserves, because it can take a life in a heartbeat. And don't forget that. Alright, sorry to get to preaching there, but I want to get my point across most definitely. Like I say, we've unloaded her. We know it's clear. And even if it wasn't, if we was taking it out to the range or whatever, something else, a lot of your firearms, this one does not have it, but a lot of them do have a safety. And people are out there, got their finger on it and pointing and stuff, because the safety's on, they think it's all good. Now, don't rely on that safety. It's just a mechanical mechanism, and as y'all seen by mine and others, doing some gunsmith videos, mechanical mechanisms fail all the time. And that safety on most guns is a thin piece of metal in there. And like I say, I'm not going to bet my life on it, and y'all follow that example. And when you do have your firearm out, and I don't care if it's loaded, the target's right there, and you're ready to shoot, you keep that finger off that trigger. Get into this practice here. You'll get your grip right and all of that. That's well and fine. You keep that finger straight until you're ready. You're on that target. Then you get that finger in there. Then you're ready to fire. A lot of negligent discharges, things like that happen. People playing with it. They want to do the twirly thing. Yeah, the twirly thing on a light trigger will surely make one go off. So just be careful. Keep your finger off that trigger. I mean, you know, that's easy enough. And when you are out at the range, you know, pay attention to what you're shooting and what's behind what you're shooting. Because, I mean, like, y'all know my range here, everything goes uphill. So if I shoot at this target here and miss it, then I know what's beyond it is just dirt or what have you. It's going to bury up in there and not go no further. So, and I mean paper targets and other targets that your bullet's going to go all the way through, you want to know where a shell's going to end up. And, you know, you don't want it to end up in somebody or something like that. And I mean, I shouldn't have to say this, but I'll go ahead and say it. And this crap here, shooting your guns up in the air and things like that, don't do that. that bullet's got to land somewhere. And you be 100% sure of where your bullet's going to be when it's finally done traveling. Much safer and more responsible, that's for sure. Let's see. Yeah, I got a little cheat sheet over here. I wrote stuff down. I really didn't want to leave out anything. Yes, ammo. We covered this in that 32 Smith & Wesson long video where somebody put 32 ACP in it. Y'all, use proper ammo in your gun. I mean, this is a 45 ACP. I'm not going to go cramming 45 long Colts or something like that in it. I'm not going to see if a 40 will shoot in it. That's just being irresponsible and stupid. You know, you do not want to be shooting and this thing hand grenade. You know, you're going to lose some fingers, you're going to lose some facial features. I mean, it's just not going to happen. So be 100% sure. If you don't know, plenty of gun shops around. You can take it in, you can have them check it, and tell you exactly what type of ammo you need. With some of these older guns, like that 32 Smith & Wesson long, you know, it only shoots that one shell. You can't put any other type of 32 in it. Same way I've seen people get the 45 ACP, 45 Colt mixed up. You know, you're going to beat a 357 Magnum down into your 38, you know, to make it work. Thank God the chambers and the cylinders, you know, keep you from doing that stupid stuff. But just make sure you get the proper ammo, and it is for that particular firearm that you're using, and that will keep you a whole lot safer. Let me see. Yeah, when you're out at the range, eye and ear protection. I mean, I have prescription glasses, that's what I wear, and I always have my headphones on. If I'm not around at them, like I'm out here doing a little gunsmith and they shoot something right quick, I always keep a little foam earplugs. I mean, you really want to protect your hearing and you want to protect your eyes. The other day I was watching Edwin Sarkisian. And he was shooting at I think it was an airplane door or something like that with a 22. And thank God he had his eye protection on, because that bullet hit, flattened out like a pancake with throwing star edges, and come right back and hit him in the glasses. If he didn't have any, that would have been an eye gone right there, no questions asked. So there again, keep it safe, and you know, eye protection, ear protection is low cost. When anybody comes to my store and buys a firearm, I always give them foam earplugs. So, I mean, do that and you'll be helping yourself in the long run. If you are out on the range shooting and you have a malfunction, you know, don't do this, hey Bob, what do you think's wrong with this? Well, you just flashed the muzzle to everybody over there. And if that malfunction is a hang up or something like that, there's a chance the firearm can go off. No, none of that business. You have a malfunction, all right, that didn't fire. We're putting this down, the muzzle's in a safe place. Drop your magazine out. If it's a semi-auto, if it's a revolver, open up your cylinder. On your semi-auto, open it up, see what happened. I mean, take a second and take a look and take your time. Did it not eject one? Did it not put in another round? Did that particular round just not go off? You know, and with a revolver, you know, you can swing open the cylinder and, you know, they're very safe. On a revolver, swing open the cylinder, empty all your cartridges, retrieve them and see what happened with that cartridge, and inspect your firearm to see if it was just you got some bad ammo or if there's something wrong with your firearm, and quit shooting. I mean, if you got good ammo, you and your buddy split a box, his is running fine, yours has some mishaps, then you got an issue. Don't shoot that firearm no more. take it to a trusted gunsmith or such as that and have it inspected and repaired, because you don't need a mishap with the thing blowing up or not functioning when you really need it. And like I say, with the semi-auto, same thing. Open it up, inspect, see what happened. I'm like, oh, okay, that one just didn't fire. Okay, and it seems to be jammed in there because the extractor didn't pull it out. Well, at that point, I'm going to take this firearm, I'm going to put it back in my range bag. Like say if I'm at the range or out here shooting, muzzle's going to be pointed away. We won't use that one no more. That will, for me, I'll bring it in and check it out and see what's happened and get that round out of there. Or for some of y'all, take it to your gunsmith and check it out. Better safe than sorry, especially when you're talking about firearms. So keep it real and just watch out for them sort of problems. And here's the next thing. Inspect and maintain your firearm. I have seen so many, and people bring them in here, and hey, this thing's not functioning right. Or it won't even empty one magazine. Well, no, because the thing's filthy. Yeah, especially in 22s. They dirty up pretty quick. You know, keep your firearms cleaned, keep them maintained. If you do notice something is just not right, when you're shooting, I mean, you'll know your firearm. Something doesn't sound right, something doesn't feel right. Immediately unload it, put it up, and get it to a gunsmith or someplace where it can be inspected and checked out. Or if you can do such things, take her home, take it apart, do your good inspect. And like I say, keep them clean and keep them oiled. It doesn't take, on these modern semi-autos, you know, like 10 minutes worth of time. You strip this down, clean it up, and oil it. And on a revolver, maybe 5 minutes. Unless you got to get to the inner workings, then, you know, add a little more time. But it's well worth it because you want it to fire properly, work properly, and not fail when you really, really need it. And I mean, that is the big deal. And of course, you see me say, read your owner's manual. You know, learn about your firearm, especially if it's your everyday carry. You want to try to learn as much as you can on it. Read your manual. Watch some YouTube videos. Check out some reviews on it. See if other people have had any troubles, any problems. Check if there's any recalls on that gun. You never know. But learn it and know it, and it will sure be better to you. You enjoy shooting it a lot more, and you have less problems. And the last thing, and this is the most important thing, or at least to me it is, common sense. If you everyday carry a firearm, or you're just taking one out to the range, and you enjoy them, you better have some good common sense. You know, just like all the rules I went over. You know, point your muzzle safe distance, keep your finger off the trigger. You know, things like that. Listen for something going wrong with the firearm. You know, all of this is common sense stuff. You know, if you're out shooting at the range and you know what you're doing great, but you notice the idiot down here in booth 3 is really acting a fool. I mean, he's shooting targets out of his section or something, or he's done dropped his firearms a couple times. You know, use common sense. Tell somebody to either get that idiot out of there, or if the place is not being run correctly or something like that, you know, just leave. You know, better, and I keep repeating this, better safe than sorry, that's for sure. But like I say, just use common sense, use your knowledge, be safe and be aware of what your firearm is capable of, and enjoy it. Go out to the range and shoot. Carry for your protection. If you only use your firearms for hunting, I mean, whatever your purpose is, for whatever firearm that is your favorite or that you use most of the time. You know, just do well with it and enjoy it. And part of enjoying it, being careful and not getting hurt. Well, everybody, thanks for sitting here and listening to me preach on that. I figured it was a video that needed to be done. And I hope you liked it. Maybe you learned a little something. Please leave plenty of comments. And if you have any questions, leave it in the comments and I'll try my best to answer them. Any suggestions that you may have, I'm happy to try to do a video on them. If you're able, visit us on our Patreon page, and please hit that like and subscribe button. And I want to thank y'all very much. Remind everybody, please be safe. Thanks.